You know, a bipod on a hunting rifle can be a very important feature, especially today with all the interest in shooting at longer distances. And the standard for years has been the Harris bipod. And the Harris bipod, especially the one that has the pivot feature, is an ideal accessory for a rifle that you're going to be using to shoot at distance. The problem with the Harris bipod, it's kind of an archaic, antiquated system for shooting, for forward support on a rifle. It is adjustable, as you can see, and it does have a pivot feature, but look at these big springs and levers and whatnot. Not only is it an archaic device, it adds a lot of weight to your rifle, and it doesn't make your rifle very handy when you're out moving around in the hunting fields. Now, I've shot hundreds of big game animals all over the world, and I've only used a bipod to do it twice. Now, the reality is those 2 shots when I needed the bipod, I really needed a bipod. But the truth of the matter is, unless you're doing prairie dog hunting or a lot of hunting from a still position where there's very low vegetation, you're probably going to not use a bipod. So the ideal answer would be a bipod that was maybe portable, or you could just put on your rifle real quick and it didn't weigh very much. Well, let me show you the bipod I've been using for a couple of years. This is the Spartan bipod. This is a 300 long model, and this is the bipod that I've used the last couple of years. It's made of carbon fiber. It weighs about 6 ounces. It's extendable. You have adjustment in the legs. It also has a pivot feature, and it will lock itself on the rifle out of place. Now let me show you how it works. You have a receiver that mounts to the sling swivel screw on the rifle, and this receiver is what accepts this bipod. You install the bipod, spread the legs, you've got the pivot feature, and then you've also got the lock feature where you can put the bipod up and have it out of the way. Pretty darn handy, right? As nice as this bipod is, it does have a downside. Retail price, $475. So Spartan realized that not everybody can afford a $475 bipod, even if it is the best bipod in the world for a hunting rifle. So what did they do? Well, they introduced a new bipod, and this is called the Spartan Javelin Light, and this is the long version. It's made of carbon fiber, has the pivot feature, but you can also lock the pivot in place when you get the angle set right for your shot. Down on the feet, they have rubber caps, but you can pull the end cap off and you have a sharper foot depending on what type of surface you're resting the bipod on. This bipod attaches to the rifle with the same receptacle as the other bipod that's held in place where the sling swivel stud mount goes. All you do is attach the bipod in place, a magnet holds it there, spread the legs out, get your pivot right, lock it down, and you're ready to start hitting stuff. Guess what? This new bipod from Spartan only cost $145, which obviously makes it at least the second best bipod in the world for a hunting rifle.